Commander Zethkar adjusted his crystalline breathing apparatus as he surveyed the primitive world below. Earth, a backwater planet inhabited by bipedal mammals who had barely mastered combustion engines. The Galactic Council had classified them as Level 2 on the technological advancement scale, just above Stone Age civilizations. Initiating first contact protocols, his communications officer, Veltara, announced through the ship's neural network. Her tendrils flickered with disdain as she reviewed the human data files. These creatures still use electromagnetic radiation for communication. How quaint. The Zephyrian vessel descended through Earth's atmosphere, its quantum phase shields easily deflecting the primitive radar attempts to track them. Zethkar had overseen first contact with 47 species during his career, but none quite this underdeveloped. Most civilizations at least understood quantum mechanics before achieving interplanetary travel. These humans were still using chemical rockets. "Sir, we're receiving a transmission," Veltara reported, her voice carrying barely concealed amusement. "It's in their crude electromagnetic format, but our translators have decoded it." "Put it through." A crackling voice filled the bridge. "Unknown vessel. This is NASA Mission Control. Please identify yourself and state your intentions." Zethkar exchanged glances with his senior staff. NASA, he'd read about this organization. They'd managed to land 12 of their kind on their single natural satellite using explosive propulsion. Impressive for their level, perhaps, but laughably primitive by galactic standards. "Greetings, humans of Earth," Zethkar responded, his translator converting his thoughts into their limited language. "I am Commander Zethkar of the Zephyrian Exploration Fleet. We come in peace to welcome your species to the greater galactic community." The ship landed in a designated area outside what the humans called Houston. Within hours, a delegation of their leaders had assembled. Zethkar studied them through his ship's sensors, soft pink creatures wearing crude textile coverings, their faces displaying a mixture of fear and wonder. Dr. Sarah Chen, apparently their lead scientist, stepped forward as the airlock opened. "Welcome to Earth, Commander. We're honored by your visit." Zethkar emerged, his towering crystalline form casting prismatic rainbows in the Earth's yellow sunlight. The humans stumbled backward, clearly overwhelmed by his magnificence. "Your species shows potential," he said diplomatically, "though your technology remains quite primitive. Perhaps we can assist your development." Dr. Chen's expression shifted slightly. "Primitive? In what way?" "Well," Zethkar gestured broadly, "your reliance on electromagnetic communication, your chemical propulsion systems, your inability to manipulate quantum fields." He paused, noticing the strange look on the human's face. "Have I offended you?" "Not at all," Dr. Chen replied smoothly. "We're simply curious about your technology. Would you mind demonstrating some of your more advanced systems?" Eager to impress, Zethkar activated his personal quantum manipulator. A shimmering field appeared around his hand, causing nearby objects to phase in and out of reality. "This is basic quantum field manipulation. We use it for everything from transportation to manufacturing." The humans exchanged glances. Dr. Chen pulled out a small device from her pocket, a primitive rectangular object with a glowing screen. "Fascinating. We call this technology something different." She tapped the screen several times. "Could you tell us more about your energy sources?" "Certainly. We harness zero-point energy from quantum vacuum fluctuations. It's the only practical power source for advanced civilizations." More glances among the humans. Dr. Chen made notes on her device. And your faster-than-light travel? Alcubierre drive principles naturally. We compress space-time ahead of our vessels while expanding it behind. Elementary physics once you understand quantum mechanics. A younger human stepped forward. Dr. Martinez, according to Zethkar's cultural briefings. Commander, what year did your species develop these technologies? Our current quantum manipulators were perfected approximately 3,000 of your years ago. Why do you ask? Dr. Chen and Dr. Martinez exchanged another look. We're just trying to understand your technological timeline. When did your species first theorize about quantum mechanics? Theory preceded application by perhaps 500 years. Again, why these questions? Dr. Chen smiled. An expression Zethkar had learned indicated either pleasure or disturbingly predatory intent. Commander, would you mind if we showed you something? Before he could respond, the humans led him to a nearby building. Inside, banks of primitive-looking equipment hummed and blinked with electromagnetic activity. Dr. Chen approached a large screen displaying incomprehensible symbols and graphs. This is our quantum computer, she said casually. We've been working with quantum field manipulation for about 20 years now. These displays show our current experiments with quantum entanglement and vacuum energy extraction. Zethkar stared at the equipment, but your technology assessment indicated Level 2 development. This appears to be Level 4 quantum computing. Ah, Dr. Martinez interjected. That might be because we classified most of our advanced research. Security concerns, you understand. He gestured to another section of the facility. Would you like to see our prototype Alcubierre drive? The world seemed to tilt around Zethkar. Your prototype? Oh, yes. Dr. White at NASA has been working on it since 2010. We haven't tested it yet. We've been waiting to understand the full implications. Dr. Chen's smile widened. Miguel Alcubierre published his theoretical framework in 1994. That's 31 years ago. Zethkar's crystalline structure flickered with confusion. But your electromagnetic communications, your chemical rockets. Oh, those. Dr. Chen waved dismissively. We still use those for routine operations. They're reliable and cost-effective. Why would we waste exotic matter on launching satellites when chemical propulsion works perfectly well? You've had this technology for decades. Some of it longer, Dr. Martinez added. Einstein published special relativity in 1905. Planck laid the foundations for quantum theory in 1900. Heisenberg developed quantum mechanics in the 1920s. He paused. Commander, when exactly did your species first evolve sentience? Zethkar's breathing apparatus cycled frantically. Approximately 2,000 of your years ago. The silence that followed was deafening. Dr. Chen finally broke it. So humanity developed the theoretical framework for your advanced technology before your species even existed? That's impossible. The Galactic Council assessment clearly indicated. The Galactic Council, Dr. Chen interrupted gently, apparently mistook our discretion for ignorance. She gestured around the facility. We've had the theories, Commander. We've been testing the applications. We simply chose not to advertise our capabilities until we understood who else was out there. Zethkar looked around the room with new eyes. What he'd dismissed as primitive electromagnetic equipment now revealed itself as sophisticated monitoring and communication arrays. The humans hadn't been struggling to track his ship. They'd been studying it. You've been watching us, he realized. For 3 days, Dr. Martinez confirmed. We detected your quantum signature before you even entered the outer solar system. We've been analyzing your ship's technology the entire time you've been here. Dr. Chen approached a console and activated a holographic display. It showed a detailed schematic of Zethkar's vessel, complete with power distribution networks and quantum field generators. Your ship is quite impressive, she said, though we noticed a few inefficiencies in your quantum field stabilizers. We might be able to help. You with that? Zethkar stared at the schematic, then at the humans, then back at the schematic. You want to improve our technology? Why not? Dr. Chen shrugged. After all, we've had a few extra decades to work out the bugs. As Zethkar stood in that hidden facility surrounded by technology his species considered advanced, he realized the humans had orchestrated this entire encounter. They hadn't been awaiting first contact. They'd been preparing for it. And somewhere in the back of his crystalline mind, a new thought emerged. If humanity had mastered these technologies before his species even existed, what else had they discovered? In the centuries since, the primitive classification suddenly seemed not just wrong, but dangerously naive.